Hello friends, I'm Pankaj Sharma, and as promised, I'm back with the fourth module of my series on linkages of ESG with Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) and the Dairy Sustainability Framework. Friends, the first module talked about the basic concept of sustainability, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, popularly known as SDGs of the United Nations, and the Dairy Sustainability Framework, a framework designed specifically for the dairy industry by the industry itself, in line with the SDGs. While the second module, we discussed about the linkage between ESG, animals, and SDGs and DSF. The second module talked about the linkages between ESG relating to farmers and the SDGs and DSFs. Now, in the current module, module 4, we will be dealing with the ESG relating to raw milk transport and processing operations and SDGs and DSF. Hope you will like the presentation as much as you have liked my earlier three modules. And if you like and find it useful, please do not forget to like the video and also subscribe to my channel by pressing the bell icon if you have not done it so far, so as to get regular updates about my future offerings. Thanks a lot and happy viewing. This module discusses the environmental, social, and governance impacts related to raw milk transportation and processing. It emphasizes safe, eco-friendly milk transport, energy and water efficient processing, and cost-effective, safe production and storage. Additionally, it highlights the importance of ensuring farmer and employee welfare. These practices influence ESG outcomes and align with Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) and Dairy Sustainability Framework (DSF) criteria. The module explains how adopting these ESG protocols supports national commitments to the United Nations SDGs, promoting sustainable practices across the dairy value chain. So first, in the ESG protocol on raw material transport and processing is water, water footprint. Water is vital for maintaining hygiene in dairy plants. Earlier, its abundant availability led to careless usage, but increasing water scarcity and droughts now challenge dairy operations and expenditure. Excessive water use also generates large volumes of wastewater, raising treatment and disposal costs. To address this, dairy plants must adopt efficient water conservation methods that reduce freshwater usage per unit of milk processed while enabling recovery and recycling of processed water. These practices help ensure product safety and hygiene while also supporting sustainable and cost-effective operations in the face of growing water scarcity. The SDG criteria linked to this protocol are SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, ensuring availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all, and SDG 12, which talks about responsible consumption and production, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. And the DSF criteria which is linked is DSF 10, which is water availability and quality. This can be ensured through efficient effluent management plan, improving water use efficiency for production and processing, and the parameters are water used in liters per kg of milk handled and water recirculated in plant processes in liters. How to improve these parameters? Use water wastage control and reuse measures and effluent treatment methods as enumerated in fourth module of ESG and its importance in dairy industry. Second in the series on raw material transport and processing is energy usage. Rising energy costs increase dairy production expenses. Technological advances offer ways to improve energy efficiency, leading to cost savings and environmental benefits. However, energy is often wasted due to negligence and lack of awareness. Measuring throughput per electricity unit and continuously improving this ratio is essential for profitability and sustainability in dairy operations. The SDG criteria which are linked are SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all, and SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. The DSF criteria is DSF 3, which talks about GHG emissions. GHG emissions using LDF standards and life cycle methodology. The parameters are power consumption per kilowatt hour per kg of milk handled, share of alternative sources of energy in total energy consumption. How to improve these parameters? Use optimization of electricity usage and alternative sources of energy as enumerated in fourth module of ESG and its importance in dairy industry. And use sustainable packaging and process automation as enumerated in the same module. Third in this series is fossil fuel usage. Diesel used in DG sets at farm. The mitigation is usage of regular supply of electricity or PNG or solar energy. Fuel used in milk transportation from farm to plant and transportation of feed and fodder from market to farms. Mitigation is usage of CNG or electric vehicles and rationalization of transportation routes to reduce distances traveled. Diesel or furnace oil used in chilling plant in DG sets. Mitigation is usage of regular supply of electricity or PNG or solar energy. Fuels like coal, furnace oil or others in boilers. The mitigation is usage of PNG, wood or other fuels. The SDG criteria which are linked are SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. SDG 13, climate action, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. The DSF criteria is DSF 3, which is GHG emissions. GHG emissions using IDF standards and life cycle methodology LCA. The parameters are raw milk transportation run, kilometers per liter of milk procured, diesel consumption, liters per liter of milk processed at MCC and plant, share of alternative sources of power in total power consumption. Fourth in the series is pollution control. Pollution is caused by dairy industry in the following ways: mismanagement of dung polluting the nearby water sources, air pollution due to fossil fuels burning or combustion, water pollution due to uncontrolled discharge of effluent from milk chilling centers and dairy plants or inefficient treatment of effluent, and plastic waste generation and its improper disposal. Various means need to be employed to avoid pollution in the first place and effectively handle the unavoidable pollution by different activities. There are two SDG goals which are linked to this. Number one, SDG 13, climate action, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts, and SDG 15, life on land, protect, restore, promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, manage forests sustainably, combat desertification, halt and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. The DSF which are linked are DSF 8, soil quality and retention, soil quality management plan, reduce soil erosion, maintain soil structure, increase tilth, improve soil water holding capacity, and drive productivity, which can mitigate this. DSF 9, regarding waste, waste management plan at farm and factory, management of mass of waste to landfill. DSF 10, water availability and quality, effluent management plan, water use efficiency for production and processing, and how to improve these parameters. Use effluent treatment methods as enumerated in fourth module of ESG and its importance in dairy industry as shown below. Next in this series is food safety. Milk, being highly perishable, is subject to strict food safety regulations covering handling, transport, processing, packaging, labeling, and storage. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India (FSSAI) oversees these norms, and all food related entities must register with it. Compliance is mandatory, with violations attracting fines or imprisonment. FSSAI standards are increasingly aligned with global best practices to ensure consumer safety. Dairy organizations must treat adherence not just as a legal requirement but as a core responsibility also. Following these norms supports long-term sustainability, protects consumers, and enhances the credibility and growth of the industry. Responsible behavior in food safety is not only expected but is essential for dairy business to thrive in a competitive and safety conscious market environment. The SDG criteria which are linked to it are SDG 3, good health and well-being, ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all ages, and SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. The DSF criteria which is linked is DSF 5, product safety and quality, product safety assessment and recall plan, how many products are recalled during the reporting period. Cost of production is another very important factor in the ESG protocol relating to raw material transport and processing. The milk value chain includes raw material costs, production losses, overheads, and profit margins. The dairy industry operates on low margins with 70 to 75% of business from liquid milk and the rest from value added products. Cooperatives dominate, aiming to ensure fair price for farmers and affordability for consumers, passing 70 to 75% of the consumer price to farmers after deducting procurement and sales and distribution expenses of around 12 to 15% and a margin of 2 to 3% to the trade. Only 14 to 16% remains for overheads. Therefore, strict cost control is vital, not just for financial viability, but also to fulfill the social responsibility of supporting both the producers and the consumers. Balancing efficiency with fairness ensures sustainable dairy operations in a low margin, high impact sector. The SDG goals which can be linked is SDG 12, which talks about responsible consumption and production, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns across the value chain. And the DSF criteria which can be linked to this ESG are DSF 4, market development, process in place to inform producers to market opportunities and challenges. This has to be ensured. And DSF 6, rural economics, total payment to farmers for milk and the rate at which it is paid. The parameters are cost of milk production in rupees per litre, share of consumer rupee passed on to farmers as percentage of consumer rupee, transparent system of conveying milk procurement price to farmers, and how to improve these parameters, help improve animal productivity of the farmers, optimization of cost in operations, thus enabling the company to pass on better share of consumer rupee, ensuring correct and timely payment to farmers for milk procured from them. Another very critical factor is employee welfare. Employee health is essential for business resilience and productivity. A truly sustainable organization invests in employees' physical and mental well-being, economic stability, education, and social identity. While companies have long provided health insurance, on-site facilities, and safety measures, the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the deep impact of health disruptions. As a result, employee welfare has become a key focus in ESG implementation, driving long-term organization success. The SDG goal which is linked is decent work and economic growth, promote sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work conditions for all. And the DSF criteria is DSF 11 regarding working conditions, develop and implement farm and plant safety plans. So friends, with this we come to the end of module 4, detailing the linkage between ESG protocol with respect to raw milk transportation and processing, sustainable development goals and DSF criteria. Hope I have been able to do justice to the task in an easy to understand manner. If you found the presentation interesting and useful, please do not forget to like it and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the bell icon if not done so far. I would request you to please share your views and feedback so that I am able to improve my future modules. In case you have not seen the first 3 modules of this series, please click on the links given below in the slide. I've also shared my contact details in case you want to get in touch with me and provide your feedback or suggestions. Thanks a lot and goodbye for now.